With the 9th pick in the draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select running back from Florida, Fred Taylor.
Well, we knew that this was the spot. We knew that if you wanted to get it back ahead of Fred Taylor, other than Curtis Enos, Mel, that you had to make the move, which is why New England and Dallas were burning him up. Fred Taylor played at Florida, so the folks in Jacksonville know him quite well.
Well, they really do, and I think when you look at Fred Taylor, you see a guy who has those subtle moves, and he also has some power. Remember, you're talking about a 230-pound running back, not a fullback. He showed with that 4.38 clocking during an individual workout that he can take it the distance. And as I said, subtle moves, not tremendously elusive, but can break tackles, has a lot of power. And I think that's what you're looking for in Fred Taylor. Also, at the NFL level, you're going to have to see Fred Taylor improve in terms of his pass receiving skills. We know he can run with the football in those 2 dominant games against Penn State and Florida State late in the year. But as far as rounding off his game, developing into a more consistent, reliable pass receiving threat out of the backfield is something Fred Taylor is going to have to work on.
Well, he's a, quote, football player, and I got that from several scouts with about 5 exclamation points. The difference in the Jaguars last year to this year, there were 2 of them. I mean, 2 years ago, remember, they were close to beating New England and going all the way to the Super Bowl. Natron Means caught fire at the end of the '96 season, was tremendous in the playoffs until the AFC Championship game. Last year, they never had a back really catch fire, and they were way late in Denver. That's one of the reasons that they were not as successful last season. Well, Taylor should fill the void.
You're really talking about a division that prides itself on its abilities to be able to run the football. You take a look at the running backs in this division. Jerome Bettis, 1,600-plus yards. Eddie George, almost 1,400 yards. Corey Dillon, in a very limited time at the end of the season, just with 10 TDs. And you're going to remember, this guy played only the last half of the season. So this is a division where they certainly need a Fred Taylor. What Jacksonville has going for them is a limited amount of guys. They're in a situation where they just have James Stewart, who averaged 4.1. They had Natron Means. He's gone on to San Diego. And Randy Jordan is an unrestricted free agent. He only averages 2 yards. Was there a need at running back? Absolutely. There's no question. When you've got wide receivers of the quality that the Jacksonville Jaguars have, you can take time to develop a running back into a pass catcher. I personally think it's the perfect scenario for them. They need somebody to be able to control the ball on the ground more, and this kid, I think, will help them out a lot.